Are you an owner of a second generation Chevy Cruze and you're tired of this god-awful light output? Well, we're going to do something about that after the intro. Alright, so this is our 2016 Chevy Cruze. It's the second gen model. Technically they call it a 2016.5, but whatever. This is the LS model, so we have the halogen highs and lows. It's not the projector. Sometime in the future I might do a mini D2S upgrade to this car, but I'm not right now. We're just going to go with some LEDs. I'm going to do LED high and lows. I'm going to do LEDs for the parking and turn signal lights, side marker lights, and in the rear. Well, before we do any of that, I have this app on my phone. It's a Lux light meter. I'm just going to hold the phone up to it and we're going to just see what it says. I'm just going to try to get it. I mean, I don't know, 20, it's just all over the map, 20,000, 22,000. If we go straight out, 210, I want to go about here, right where the hot spot is hitting the camera, 67. How about right in the bullseye? Let's go right in the bullseye of the target bag. That'll be my good reference point there. 7914. Okay. 7201. Well, if you have one of these cars, you know how horrible the headlights are from the factory. Alright, so up front here on the halogen models, your covers are pretty easily accessible here and here. Your signal lamp is easily accessible. The marker light, I mean, it's like right here. It's not all that difficult. You might need a, I don't know, skinny hand to undo it. Same on the other side. Well, the owner's manual tells you to snap this tube off of the washer fluid. You push these two little tabs in, lift up, and then it comes out of the socket down there. And then you would take this intake tube off to kind of help you. So what I'm going to do for the fronts, since I have some other projects, I am taking the front bumper off and I'm going to remove the headlights. And you know, you might be thinking, well, why don't you upgrade to the projector style? I don't want to. I've just seen the reviews for the aftermarket ones aren't great. And I don't want to go... putting LEDs in the projectors it's not really a good idea. And I don't want to spend money on a HID kit right now. And I think if I'm just going to go HIDs, I'm going to do a retrofit somewhere down the road. But for now, I'm just going to go with LED lamps. And I'm going to do a separate bumper on... a separate video on how to take the bumper off. And then when that's off, I'll show you how to get the headlights out. So unfortunately, I was having some camera problems again, and I had already gone ahead and retrofitted the rears for LEDs, so I'm going to go back and just do a summary over that. But I went with Sealight LEDs for the rear. The ones I put in, I bought these for the front, and I'm also going to do some retrofit. I'm going to put LED lamps inside, and this is going to be the star of the show here, these Fahren Termitor headlights. I bought these as a kit. They came with the H11 low beams and the 9005 high beams. I will link to a YouTube channel called Headlight Reviews. These had pretty good reviews, and they're pretty bright. And they're pretty decent in halogen housing, so this is what I'm going to go with. Separate video, but I'm going to be installing this fog light kit. And I don't expect this to improve my lighting at all. It's just, you know, I'm doing that, and I'm also putting BeamTech LEDs in these. Like I said, LEDs aren't really much of an improvement in projectors, but they're fog lights. This is going to be a separate video. We're just going to focus on the LED lighting upgrade in this one. Oh, one second. First of all, I want to shout out a site called Paul's Travel Pictures. I will also link this in the description. He's got some detailed breakdowns on how to change these lights in the Cruze. As you can see, my overhead light's glaring on the tablet here. Let's move over here. I'll link some of these articles here. I also got a picture of my owner's manual to tell you what type of lamps. So this says you need the W5WLL for the front turn signals. You do not. You need the 7443 ambers. And it's also, you need the red 7443s for the rears. 9005 high beam, H11 low beam. The backup lamp is a 921, the one on the trunk, and then the they call it the deck lid tail lamp. That is also, that's a 194. The rear ones, I got red lamps. For the fronts, I got amber 194s for the side markers, and the amber 7443. Wait, yeah, 7443s for the turn signals. I'm going to go back and summarize my rear lamps. I did need to put load resistors on them. I first tested the hazard flashers and they didn't hyper flash, but when I did the turn signals, they did. So I do have, actually these amber front ones came with load resistors, but I had already purchased these separately because they didn't say at all in the listing that they would come with them. I'm going to assume we probably need them for the fronts as well. Alright, well, I went ahead and took the bumper off. Go ahead and watch my video on how to take that off. I'm going to put a link right here and in the description. So now I got my 7mm. You don't need a nut driver, but it'll make it easier to take these out. And let's see what else we got here. There's one down here. Is that a headlight? Yep, right there. Yep, we gotta go right there, right behind the horn. And I'm gonna strip this thing out because it's not heading straight on. So we'll have to get the ratchet out for that one. And I believe this comes out here too, so let's take this one out. 2, 3. I'll get my ratchet and get that one out. That'll be the last one. I just put my little wobble extension on the end here and I got to it real easy. So now, tripod, we'll take the headlight out. Okay, this should just slide right out now. Beautiful. Now, I'm just gonna lift, I don't know if you can see this little tab, red tab, slide it out, push, and this should come right off. But, you know, if your car is 9 years old and it's never been disconnected before, it might be a little stubborn. So, we'll struggle with that a bit. But, you know what? You don't even need to take it off, because now, here you go. We can work with it like that. We don't really need to take that off. We might need a giant channel locks to get these. Ugh. See, and this is why I wanted to take them off, because these are damn near impossible to get off. Damn. Yep, I'm gonna need a big channel lock, so I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna find my disconnect pliers. We're gonna get that out, and then we're gonna go over to the bench. All right, with my Lyle disconnect pliers, I was able to get that harness disconnected. I think I'm gonna take my oil filter wrench to get these caps off of here, because man, they are welded on here. Thought maybe this was, maybe. You gotta get them on there just right, otherwise they're hugging the. Oh, look at that. Even with those pliers, there's still some effort. See, this is why I'm glad I took these off the car. There's no way in hell I'd be able to squeeze these off with just that limited amount of space. There's no effing way. These aren't really the best pliers to get these caps off, but Jesus. Okay, okay. Woo! Alright, that's one. Oh, this one's a little bit smaller. Huh. Okay, it's starting to go. I don't want to chew this up either. Oh, look at that. Okay, that one's out. Yep, so no question this was the right thing to do here. So, let's take a peek of what we got inside here. So these are H11s right here. Let's take that bad boy out. Oh, yeah. Well, I might want to reuse these, so I think they're onto something with these white gloves. Although I'm going to get the insides of them all nasty. Let's see. Let's get, actually, find that. I think these are the H11s right here with the big, they say H11. Alright, so let's just connect this somehow. What the hell kind of connector is that? I have to lift up on here? Okay. Figures I don't have my screwdriver handy. So there's a little tab in there you have to lift up on. There we go. Okay. There we go. New H11. Snapped it in there and it should. Oh yeah. I think. Yep. Look at that. And the nice thing is this is going to fit right behind that cap. I have to like push on it. Push and twist. Oh, come on, man. Yep, that's not going to be fun trying to get. Oh, man. Yep. So I'm going to need the pliers to turn the cap back. But you know what? I don't need to do that on camera. This is going to take me another how many minutes? So let's just move on to the 9005. This one's a little simpler, just lift and pull. This is like a traditional connector. And I'll find my 9005 high beam. There we go. Plug her in. All right. Seat. I have to like push it. There we go. Okay, now she's locked in. There we go. Oh, that tab didn't go in. Oh. Okay, no. There. Now, okay. I had to make sure them tabs, that one ear down there wasn't going in. Okay, so I'll get these back together. Well, this one went on just fine. And now that I'm looking at this, I could just put a damn channel locks right in the middle there. I didn't need my damn oil filter pliers. Hey. Yeah, just a standard channel locks in the middle there would have sufficed. Like that. Okay. We're in. We're locked. Yep, that ain't going nowhere. We're good and snug. Alright. Alright, next up we're going to do the 194 side marker lights. Make sure you get the amber ones. Auxito. So it should be. Yeah, see now this is a royal pain to get this. There'd be no way I'd be able to get this out either. Just how this is in here. Yeah, I'm really glad I pulled the bumper to take these out. Okay, there's a 194. And there goes a 194. Yeah, pain in the ass getting it back in. Royally. Okay, next up. Alright, the Sealight 7443 amber turn signal lamp. Oh, I got a separate bag. Again, they say this is a CAN bus. So I kind of want to match these up. So kind of match them. That's how we want to stick. Okay. All right, those went in. Nice. Okay. So let's go over to the car. What's going to be weird is if I have to put a load resistor on here, we got 3 black wires. Okay, let's hook these back up and see what happens. Remember to push that red tab back. Alright, I'm going to set this in here. This has to go. I don't even know how this goes in. Okay. Got it set up. Yeah, I don't have this right on the bottom. Okay. She's loosely in there. Let's back up and see what happens here. Let's see. Alright. Headlights on. Whoa. Okay, do I have the keys? I gotta find the keys. Alright, looks like we got everything functions. Let's put the brights on. I might have to turn the key on to get the brights on. Oh, no. Alright. So, they both work. Now, I'm going to turn the headlights off. Let's put on the left turn signal. Yep, we got hyper flash. Yep. So we're going to have to put a load resistor on that sucker. So I got my little test light. This one it'll light red when it's on positive, and it'll light green on negative. I have it connected to the positive and negative here, so I'm gonna, oh boy, I need to go back and turn on the frickin' lights so I can find which. Am I even gonna be able to find which one's which by this? I don't know, man. Let's see. One of them's gonna be ground. Got a green. Oh. So I think this one's got to be the ground. which one is... Which one of these is... Alright, so I'm gonna go hit the hazards. That'll... So if I get the one that's blinking, that's gonna tell me which one is the... Okay, so yeah, it's this one. The lower, it's this lower one here. I think it's that one. Yep. Here, I don't know if you see that on the camera. Is the flashing? Can we see it? Yep. So I'm probing it on the lower one on the right, and I think it's this wire right here and this. So if you turn it the other way, it'll be the one on the blue grommet on the left, and this gray one on top is the ground. So I'm gonna go across these two here. And where, oh where am I gonna mount that load resistor? Maybe on the cross brace there. Well, got a plan now. Alright, to get these taillights off, there are 3 8mm nuts back behind this carpet. On this side of the trunk you have a hook, and on this side you just have a little Christmas tree plug that you can just pop out with a you know, panel tool. This one, the hook, there is a 7mm screw right underneath it, and you will want to remove that. Remove it, and then you'll just lift up on the hook, or pull down on it, sorry, pull down, comes out. Then you will pull the carpet back, about like so. Now, there are 3 8mm nuts holding the tail light in. They are one at the top here, one at the bottom here, and one over here. On this side, down at the bottom, right there. So you want to take those out, and your tail light will pop out. Alright, now that I got these 3 little 8mm nuts out, this tail light just give it a little push on one of the studs in the back. She'll come out like that. Alright, so to get the lamp out, twist, and here we go. Like I said, I had recorded all this footage and no audio, so I had already done this. I already put in my 7443 lamp, and I got the load resistor hooked up to the black and the red. These are the type of connectors I chose. On the back, I got the load resistor self-tappered to the frame there, put a little black paint on it. This I'll show you. There's the parking lights. And don't rely on the hazards. Turn the ignition on and put on the turn signal. There's lights off with the turn signal. And let's look at it. Your little wires are going to be hooked on here, and I unhooked them from that. Now, I found that if these start hyper flashing again, your little connection might have come undone, like this. So I'm going to bet right now my little connection came undone. So I was saying that I wasn't going to use this type of connector, and I used These are called Scotch locks. I can't remember what these are called, but this clamps around the wire. You squeeze it, and then you put this on the other wire, and so you can easily disconnect it, right? Well, now as you've seen, it disconnects way too easily, so I think I'm just gonna go back and put these in. Alright, so now we're not hyper flashing. I cut those wires on that load resistor too short, so it was just disconnecting from the thing. So I just wrapped electrical tape around them to keep them wrapped. But we're good now. Alright, now getting back on this front one, I figured out now it wasn't this. I kept jogging the configurations around, and then when I figured it was the back one that was causing it, I switched my other one back in and it was still hyper flashing, so that would cause me to go back and recheck that connection on the back. Now we're good. Now I can find a place to mount that. I already started on the passenger side. I just need to wire in the load resistor on that one, and then we'll get the headlights back on. Alright, so we'll just put this back together, push the carpet back in, pull it up under your weather strip. Nice and neat. We'll get that hook and hook it upward. And get the screw and screw it back in. And your driver's side is done. Make sure you line that up correctly. And there is the driver's side. Alright, passenger side is the same, except, oh yeah, and you want to use your, when you get under this Christmas tree, use your other screwdriver or your 7mm as a fulcrum to pull it out, because it's going to be stubborn. This is the same deal. Pull the truck carpet back, and it's the same 3. There we go. Got my right side out. I got these all wired in right. And that's the same deal. And like I said, keep those wires the same, the original length on them resistors. That was my problem the whole time here. One is just too damn short. I might have to lengthen it because I'm not. I'm gonna have to lengthen that one. It's too damn short. Yep. So anyway, any hoos and waste, but no hyper flash. All right, now to do these trunk lights, you have 8 of these Christmas trees all throughout here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you have this little handle. 2 7mm have to come out. And you have to pry this thing off the trunk latch. And it should just come right out. Yep, just like that. So we'll time lapse that. So each tail light you have a 194. Oh, these are tough to get out. And a 921. Your reverse light, oh wow, that popped right out. Your reverse light's a 921. Like I said, I already changed these and lost the audio on the damn recording. So, pop my 921 in here. And, oh man, they're still difficult to get. So, this is going to be your 194 red. Boom. And then, you know, same for that side. When you put this back up, make sure you feed the emergency latch. Make sure you feed that through the carpet. And then what I'm going to do is just loosely put it on. I'm not going to push all the Christmas trees in until I get that little handle back on. And yeah. We're gonna give this one last little look out in the broad daylight here. Nice. All right, time to check on these fronts. All right, let's go. Lights off. Left turn signal. Yep. No hyper flash. Okay, let's look over on the right. Let's get that in frame. Yeah, I hooked that one to the wrong wire. So it's the opposite one on the right side. Yep. That's an easy fix. Alright, now we got it wired up to the correct wire. I gotta go in and take that other tap off and tape the wire. So, where am I gonna mount this now? Guess right here. It's kind of a weird spot for it. I could mount it, I don't know. I wanted to mount it over here. It's a perfect spot for it. Same with this one. Yeah, I might have to lengthen those wires. Oh, this one will fit right. Still looks kind of janky just hanging there like that though. It'd be ideal to go up under these cross braces. I might do that. Extend the wires, bolt them onto here. So I'll come up with a plan for those, but in the meantime, I'm gonna get these headlights back in. You remember the two on top there, and then there's a couple down here. See if I remember where they go. One was behind the horn, I know that. Yep, the one go, oh yeah, right here. Swivel ratchet. I'm gonna get it started, and then one is over here. I'm gonna get them started and then just make sure we're seated properly. Yeah, they give me one click when they're nice. Okay, driver's side is intact. I did with my screws for the passenger side. They're not on the floor. I think I confused them for my left side headlight bolt screws. The nice clean ones are for the headlights and the rusty ones are for the bumper. So this one is the exact same. Alright, headlights are back in. Now, I will tidy that up. This is just way too janky to have it sitting like this. I want to have it. First off, I'm going to go order some more posi taps because I got posi taps on this one. And I'm going to lengthen the wires. I'm going to mount it here. That's a much better spot. I can route the wires under here, zip tie it to the hood cable. Boom, right there. That'll look a lot neater. mean, nah. I mean, I could go upside down too, but then the screw heads would be sticking through the screw threads. This one I don't like at all. This is janky AF. Even if I mounted it right here, it really looks janky. Like over here, nice out of the way spot. Wrap them wires up real nice. Yeah, if I do that by the end of this video, you'll see it. If not, I'll pop in with it at some point. Alright, remember how I said I was going to check the lumens of these new headlights? So let's see what we got. Whoa, these are way brighter. I mean, I'm holding this up to the bullseye. We're at 24. The camera was right on the bullseye. It's like 50,000. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not even pointing the camera at this. 44,000. Where were we at? Like 7,000 before? Now we're at 44,000. Yeah, these are these are quite a bit brighter. So I'm gonna take it for a spin. Probably before I put the bumper on, because I have other things I'm doing on this car. Alright, and to change out this trunk light, you're just gonna put your screwdriver there, pop this down, and then you're gonna unplug this connector. You'll push in right here, and then it should come out like that. And then you can go ahead, remove the 194 lamp that's in there, and put your LED, which I've already done. Like I said, was having audio issues with the camera. I think I had the camera was had it on too long and it was plugged in charging, and it just the audio quits when I do that, and I wasn't paying attention. So re-recording this, so change that out, put a 194 in there, and then just oh yeah, that's what I just did. Try not to short it out, but whatever, you know, snap it back in. I might have to change that bulb because I was being careless. So yeah, try not to touch. There's some exposed terminals here. Try not to touch that against the body, because then you'll short out that brand new lamp you just put in. So that's all there is to changing the trunk light out. Alright, now I have an LS, so my forwardmost dome light is just a single one. If you have the map lights, you're going to have 3. But take your little jeweler screwdriver and just pry down the sides. That's all you got to do. And then maybe in the back too. And she'll come down. You can see how the tabs go right there. And then I'll reach in and I'm not going to pull that out while the light's on because it'll be hot. So I'm going to let that cool off a sec. So what I did is I just grabbed my needle nose pliers and just gently rocked it out. So your terminals are going to be running like longitudinally the length of the car. It's pretty simple, just to line up your new one. And can't really see how it's going in there. I'm like color or snowblind from looking at that light. So literally this is just, couldn't be any easier than this. Okay, now this back one, it's the same deal. I'm just gonna pry along the side. This one might prove difficult. I might actually need a larger screwdriver because I'm prying more against the headliner than anything. So I might swap this jeweler's screwdriver out for a larger one. No, actually, you got it. Okay. There we go. I think same exact lens is up front, and it's facing the same direction too. Yeah, there we go. There. And this is the, yeah, same exact lens and everything. So, same deal with this one. Pretty easy. So, the exact same. Pop the old one out, pop the new one in, line the lens up, snap it back on. Couldn't get any simpler than that. So now that we're all LED'd out, here's all the old lamps. Did I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there's 8. I think I'm missing one. So you need like 8 194s. These were the brake lamps, the 7443 reds, 7443 ambers for the front, 921s for the reverse lights. And then on this base model with the halogens, we got 2 9005s and 2 H11s for the headlights. And then don't forget the load resistors and all the connectors. I would recommend posi taps for those. So now that you have all your LED lamps swapped out, I would highly recommend you aim your headlights. Which I think I'm going to do, and then take these out at night. I'm going to have to do it after dark. It's still light out. Then I'm going to take it for a drive just to see how much of an improvement these are. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how I hid these load resistors. These are my last 2 posi taps. I used them on the driver's side. But I fished the wire back here. And then I spliced on some speaker wire and I wrapped it with harness tape. And I just brought it right over here. And then I did the same for this side. And then this one, I still have those stupid, well, these are actually the good ones. I put those, I'm going to be switching to posi taps. I ordered some new ones, but so that's how I have those all nice and tidied. Alright, so I'm about to take a little drive here with the new headlights, but I'm just going to show you what they look like up against the garage. The driver's side one looks a little bit, just a tiny bit higher. But then when I put the brights on, they look pretty even. So I don't know, I'm kind of liking that beam pattern. I don't know that I'm going to adjust them. I think I'm going to leave them where they are. I'm just going to take a drive, and I mean, that driver's side is just a tad higher. I don't know if that's going to make any difference though. Well, so I'm going to fire this up and take her for a drive. Actually, before we do that, I just want to even the tail lights look brighter. Nice and crisp. Just wanted to note also how bright these interior lights are now. This really lights up the car. Alright, so here we go. Down a desolate stretch of roadway. I am very, very, very impressed with these lamps. Put the windows up. I just regret not going out and recording how bad these old lamps were. I just never got a chance to. Wow. So, I don't know if the camera's really picking up on it, but yeah, it's just perfect cutoff. The hot spot's right in the zone where it should be. And the brights are just fills the whole road. So yeah, I'm the Fahren Termitors, man. Big thumbs up for me for the Fahren Termitors. Huge improvement over the halogens. I'm in these halogen housings. Wow, they're just amazing. I'm thinking of maybe switching back to halogen housings on my Impala. How good these are. Wow, it's making me rethink maybe you don't have to go with HIDs or projectors. All right, so had to give them a try out on the desolate road here. So there you have it. That's how you do a full LED light upgrade on your second gen Chevy Cruze. Just one last final special thanks to the website Paul's Travel Pictures for the guidance. All the products I installed on this car will be listed in the description below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We will see you in the next video. Later.